Good afternoon everyone, thanks for stopping by again. So today I wanted to talk about TIG welding cups. Now if I told you there was two TIG welding cups in particular that you could get by with, would you believe me? If not, come a bit closer. People overcomplicate it too much. It is true you can get by with just two cups. The two cups I use is a size 10 and a size 8. I use a size 8 90% of the time for my aluminium jobs. I don't use a gas lens anymore. Jake Rambaldini taught me a couple of years ago that when you're using a gas lens, there's so much gas pumping through there. It's a big flutter at the start, so when you initiate the arc, it takes longer to start. You've got a flutter, you're waiting for the arc to ignite and initiate. But with using a standard collet and collet body, the size 8 cup, it starts perfectly each time. I've passed x-rays with this. I've passed a couple of x-rays at welding aluminium and it's been fine. So just try it out. It does work, honestly. So we got our size 8, our size 10. I use my size 10 for mild steel, aluminium, chromoly, Inconel. I've passed x-rays with it. I can walk the cup perfectly around the pipes with it, with pressure vessels. It works. Try it out. You don't need any other cups when you start in. Now going on to all the others, I know there's a lot of cups on here, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it easier for you. I'm going to leave all the cups on here that I do use. That's what I can get by with perfectly all of the time. Most of the time, you know, I'm using the 10 or I'm using the 8. I'll use the number 4 because it's quite small and I'll get into smaller spaces. I'll use it on little aluminium jobs. I'll use it on outside corners. And what you've got to remember as well, the reason I'll use this on smaller jobs is because the weld is only determined by the size of the cup. Now, a number 4, that's tiny. You're not going to be able to do a massive weave with that. You're not going to be able to do a big weld. Because of the clearance you've got, the gas flow is not going to protect a massive weld. It's only going to protect the size of the cup. So remember that. That's my top tip for today. The weld is only determined by the size of the cup. Going on now, I do use gas lenses and I'll explain to you which ones I use and why. Now, I got a Fupa 12 here. I'll use this for stainless jobs. And if you look inside there, I've used it loads. I use this for stainless jobs that need the gas coverage, or if I'm doing TIG welding art, I'll use it on that. And that's pretty much that for that one. And then going down to my Fupa 8, it's a Pyrex cup. As you can see, it's clear. I've used this in World Skills on my aluminium structure, but other places you will use it. If you want to be able to see your weld perfectly, you want to be able to see a tungsten, maybe you're in a tight area, and you just want a bit more clarity, you want a bit more clear of a view, that's where I'd use that. Now, I will use a number 7 standard gas lens with a cup. I'll use this on most of my pipe working when I'm routing. I'll route with this, and then I'll walk the cup and finish it with a size 10. And the reason I route with this, because it's easier to get inside the bevel. Because when you're wiggling it side to side, I can lay the wire in there, no problem, it goes around perfectly. I think I've made this as clear as I possibly can, because a lot of you struggle at the start when it comes to TIG welding cups. There's quite a lot of videos out there already, they're brilliant, but they're just overcomplicated. I'm here to give you life lessons and what will work and what won't work and what I use. This is what I use. Give it a go. I hope you like it. Thank you all for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed, and I just wanted to let you know the next couple of weeks are going to be really busy. We got a lot more sparks, we got a lot more welding and a lot more content. We've got 8-part series and a lot more cool stuff going on. So if you want to stay up to date with that, like, subscribe and press the bell icon. Take care of yourself. Stay tuned.